So good evening, everyone. Today's speaker of the day, Shri Kapil Pathare ji, the member of Governing Council and Director, VIP Clothing Limited, Mumbai. Shri Subodh Dave ji, the Vice Chairman of BK Birla College Governing Council. The Director, Education, BK Birla College, Dr. Naresh Chandra sir. Principal, Dr. Avinash Patil sir. Senior Vice Principal, Dr. Swapna Samel madam. Vice Principal, Bipin Wadekar sir. Dr. Maninder madam, Mrs. Asmita Gupta madam, and all my dear esteemed colleagues and friends. As we are moving towards BK, BCK expressions, we are trying to get our present employees, our retired employees, and also a person who has been an alumnus of college, as well as we are proud that he is also the part of the governing council of BK Birla College. A very dynamic personality, a very versatile personality, although he looks to be, not only looks, he is young, and he is very interactive, and he has been a great support to our Department of Gymkhana and Sports. He is none other than Shri Kapil Pathare ji, our governing council member. Sir has accepted our invitation, and sir will be sharing his experiences, maybe his life journey and his experiences at BK Birla College as a student and as a governing council member. So on behalf of the organizing committee, on behalf of BK Birla College family, management, and everyone, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir, and we thank for accepting our invitation. Friends, we all must be knowing Kapil Pathare sir as a governing council member, but most of us may not be knowing about he as an industrialist or as a director of a company. So I will quickly introduce about him, although it is not possible to introduce such a great personality in 2-3 minutes. But I will try to cover certain important aspects of Shri Kapil Pathare ji. At the initiation of 21st Century VIP Clothing Limited, which was formerly known as Maxwell Industries Limited, witnessed introduction of enthusiastic, young and dynamic leadership in the board of directors. Mr. Kapil Jaikumar Pathare, at the age of 21, engraved his name in the company and impressed the whole with his situational leadership style, spot decision-making abilities, and an effective communicator of management decisions. With this enthusiasm and customer-oriented global vision, he had made a great difference in the then manufacturing and marketing traditions and styles. To be as a global innerwear manufacturer, he possesses an absolute clear vision which is armed with right attitude and fundamental understanding of human being. He believes in the success of business personnel depends on right understanding of human resources, their approaches, skills, and values of those who work in the organization. Mr. Kapil Pathare did pursue his master's in business administration after his graduation in commerce discipline. With his blend of vision and action, he has been leading a team of professionals and setting up smart, that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound objectives for the team to achieve in the areas of manufacturing and marketing of innerwear, legendary, ready-made garments, socks, and other accessories. Today, company provides employment to more than 3,000 employees. Mr. Kapil Pathare also owns and manages many other companies. To name a few, Paco Hindustan as a partner, which is a textile processing unit, Jetkelen brand, which is a dry cleaning solution provider, Shogun Chemical Private Limited as a director, which is a pharma intermediate company based at Tarapur. Blackjack Hospitality, which is Mato Mato restaurant business. He is associated with various social institutions and also as a member of governing council of BK Birla College, Kalyan. As an author, he has penned his first book, Cricket to Corporate, which was inaugurated by formerly Indian cricketer Mr. Kiran More, where he has stroked the cricketing field strategy to the field of boardroom. His second book, A Tall Order by Sri Lankan legend Mr. Sanat Jayasuriya in Mumbai, which traces the cricketing careers of 10 Indian cricketers in last 25 years. It's an account of golden era in the Indian cricket. Although Kapil Pathare sir has been awarded various kind of awards, but to name a few, he is a recipient of Bharat Nirman Award for Young Entrepreneur by New Delhi, Business Award Summit, JW Marriott, Baku, Azerbaijan, Leadership Award, Brand of the Year 2021 at Dubai, and Business Excellence Award by Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Bhagat Singh Koshyari ji at Raj Bhavan, Mumbai. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hand together to welcome Shri Kapil Pathare ji today. And without wasting any more time, I will directly request Shri Kapil Pathare ji to take over the session and enlighten us with his words of wisdom. Shri Kapil Pathare ji.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dubeji, for this very extensive welcome. Eventually, to know about me, there is a lot of written in the profile, but this is a different platform today that I have been invited, and I appreciate the efforts that the team has put forward for bringing a special talk on BKBCK expressions about not just the fraternity of Birlas, but also as a autonomous student of a Birla college. Before I begin, let me talk to you about my background in perspective, which was not mentioned in the profile. So I come from a family background, from a business person, a typically born Kalyankar, I would say, comes from the family of business, which was started by my father, late Shri Jaikumar Pathare, one of the ex-member of the governing council member of the Birla College and the Birla Association. My father actually was born in Kolhapur, and to just give a slight quick review of it, he actually left the city of Kolhapur and came to Kalyan for electric workstation. And apparently he was working in various contracts of substation installation for electricity board. One fine day, he met with an accident and hence he was hospitalized. And in the hospital, there was his friend called Mr. Reddy, and they were friends since long. Their friendship actually went to a level that due to the accident, he realized that there was no one to see him at the hospital from the electricity board, and hence he decided to quit the job. Now, one could have actually planned to quit the job from electricity and joined any other company, but he thought of venturing into a garment industry, and thereby the VIP as a brand was born during that period. A very passion for the game of cricket, and that is how my name has been kept. So if I want to disclose about how my name has been kept, of course, we are two brothers. So when uh, Sunil Gavaskar actually hit century in those days, his name was kept Sunil. And when Kapil Dev, he became uh, the captain of Indian cricket team before the team actually traveled to World Cup in for playing the World Cup, which India cricket team won. So when the Kapil Dev was the captain, I was born, and hence uh, again being a passionate of cricket, the name was kept with his name. Apparently, yes, I did not play cricket to the extent of what he might have uh, thought about, but eventually it turned out that I could write a book of cricket at least, which I will talk about. Uh, Today, I stand before you, talk about various things in terms of the business first. Uh, as I said, we come from a business background, and hence, uh, as a family, my wife, she's also now a businesswoman, uh, running our new venture of restaurant that we recently started in Thane city, and I'm blessed with 13 years old daughter. And we, as I said, born Kalyankar, but due to certain reasons, I have recently shifted a couple of years back to Thane. But my love for Kalyan, my love for the city, and my association for Birla College always remains the same. Let me talk to you about my schooling first. As I started my schooling, I uh, studied in New Lourdes English High School, which is today called KC Gandhi School now. Apparently, staying in Kalyan, uh, being in Kalyan and studying in Kalyan city of the Kalyan school was always a great thing. But before staying in Kalyan, we were staying in Ulasnagar. So I was still shuffling from Ulasnagar to Kalyan for the school, and hence my schooling, which started from senior, that is from the nursery up till the 10th standard, always remained in one school, that is KC Gandhi now, which is earlier New Lourdes. We always believed that uh, to be or to learn from the same place or to learn from the same city where you reside, so that your traveling time always gets saved and lot of efforts can be put forward to the actual resources. And Kalyan actually had a good education background in those days also, I would say. And hence my schooling started from there. Couple of things that I learned from the school period, which carried till my college. So when I was in school, I used to be a very, and I would say I was an average student in basically. So I used to be like a very average student, not a very high profile, which is standing very first or second, third, something. But having said this, my interest level in extracurriculum activities were always high. So whether it's a participation of an annual function, whether it's participating of any sports event, I used to be always on the higher side or always on the first side to participate, and that is what I think life has taught me different things to be versatile in different fields. Coming to my schooling time, I used to there was an incident I would like to share here. Like I was I was I was on a role of Shivaji Maharaj, which is a fancy dress competition. Now the things also, I was trying to actually recollect what could be my earlier days of thinking, earlier days of schooling, college. So I was a Shivaji Maharaj on a fancy dress competition, well dressed with Shivaji Maharaj with all those beard and the decor. Now the question was how to get a horse. So we went to those days. My mom and dad, they happened to find a lot of toy shops where to get this horse, and we used to get those horse on a peddling horse, which used to go as a toy. So we got that. सब कुछ तो ये ठीक हो गया, but when it came to a actual final finale day, मैं घोड़े पे तो बैठ गया और मैं स्टेज पे गया, but when I went on the mic, I had to talk something, but before that I have to remove the sword from the jacket of the sword. उस वक्त में वो बाहर निकला ही नहीं, and it was like very embarrassment to me. I was trying सामने all the students who were sitting, all were laughing, so apparently they were laughing so much. Apparently what happened was, I mean, उस वक्त में थोड़ा सा ये लगा कि कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया, but ठीक है, I mean, this is what the life is. Life sometimes teaches you कि plan A अगर काम नहीं करता है तो plan B काम कैसे करना चाहिए. I also represented in my school time the Carom Championship, and I remember when I used to take participate in this Carom thing, a lot of practice used to happen at home. We actually bought a full-fledged Carom board, which was as good as the Champions Carom board, और पूरा एक सेटअप कर दिया था घर पे हमने. हमारे एक छोटा सा एक कॉर्नर था वहां पे, and वो कैरम बोर्ड को हीट करने के लिए we had got those lights also. And believe me, my father was playing with me carom board every night, every day after he comes from office. However, he used to get tired, but he made it a point that every day at least 2 games we will play, so that my practice will keep on happening for the best thing to come. I mean, it was like not that I used to practice myself, but we used to play games. At times, we used to get delay for the food. So I remember those days, all those things, like how dedicated he was and how dedication is required today also to actually run through your journey of life. After that, when I passed off my school days in 1992. It was time for me to appear for the college. Given a choice that there were so many colleges available, I believe I was almost near to distinction in 10th standard with qualification of 74.5 something percentage. And I believe that I would have got an opportunity to go to Bombay College or other options also available. But my father consulted various team members. I remember I had before joining the college also taken the guidance of Shri Naresh Chandra sir regarding what kind of curriculum I should be heading for, whether I should go for science, arts, commerce. And finally, after a lot of discussion with various team members, my family, I thought that I think commerce is the best thing to do, because ultimately, after taking the commerce and ultimately after running through, I have a business to join at the back of the hands, because as I said that we two are the brothers now into this business. So we definitely had to have joining hands. And the commerce field taught a lot of understanding, not just in terms of bookish language, but also as a practical terms. And hence, I joined Bidla in 1992 and given choices of various things. But when I entered, I mean, the first day of college, I know how it is always going to be. Like everyone, even I had the opportunity of visualizing my first day of college. We have seen how it happens. We have heard a lot of stories about the college, how you being a junior and how you enter the college, how you have to reciprocate to your other team members. So we have learned that. But apparently, let me tell you, the first day I entered the college, and I was felt like as if I have been coming to this college since quite some time now. I mean, the feeling of overall uh, pleasure to enter the ambience of the college itself is something different that we should be all proud about. And today, I really feel that Kalyan, as a Birla college, it withstands that kind of fraternity because the moment you enter the main gate, the moment you enter the main entrance, you feel a lot of difference. Today, of course, we have seen a lot of gate has been put forward. When I saw recently the college, there has been double gates. There has the entry itself has changed now. The entry is from the other end. But I remember the first day of my college, I used to enter from the main front end, where there used to be a lot of rickshaw walas being parked, and a lot of vada pav stalls and all those chota mota stalls वहाँ पे हुआ करता था. So we used to enter from that main gate, and the moment you enter from the gate, you used to visualize कि अभी main college का entry gate है, and then during those days we have to pass through the area where जहाँ पे office हुआ करता है, आज भी है वो ऑफिस, और श्री नरेश चंद्र सर वहीं पे बैठते हैं. तो वहां से वो पास होना पड़ता था उस वक्त में to actually go towards your classes, or if you want to enter the main college building, you have to pass through that area section. So all this, once you come to the college, once you come to the office, you used to feel, okay, now sir is there. वहाँ पे one of the office boy and also sir's personal office boy, Bahadur, used to be always standing there and used to always tell students, कि sir is teaching, the sound has to be less here. Those kind of things used to happen. I mean, college actually brings a lot of nostalgic thought process when you think so many things have happened during those days in college. As I was a student of the college, I always felt that ये college से what can be. I mean, when I used to always see your seniors, when I used to watch various events happening, I remember events like annual function. I remember our inter-college festival. I think it was a talk of the town. Whenever inter-college festival used to come, most of the students of Birla, I would say, they were used to get so much of engaged because they always wanted to prove they are the best of it. Not just from the college perspective, but those days it was also about division to divisions. I mean, we used to talk about, okay, my division has to be really catering to the best of it. So we used to all fight for it. We used to all gather together, and how to make this inter-college festival a success was always a thought process. Apparently, 11th and 12th, जो junior college hai, it always goes through the line of understanding more about the college principles, the college procedures, the college the rules, and actually getting used to your college syndrome is something that one actually pass through that process. Uh, then when it comes to your senior levels, the senior divisions, when it starts, and that's the real feel of college, actually you get it. But at the same time, you also feel now it's your responsibility that you are a senior member of the college. It's your responsibility to drive this college now to the next level. It's your responsibility. How do you treat your juniors and make this college, something a talk about? I remember few professors who have taught me, and like Shri sir, who used to be teaching me also during that period. A couple of gentlemen are here, I guess. Warekar sir has also taught me during that period. Swapna ma'am has also taught me during that period. Obviously, as I said, I was not a very scholar student, and so not many professors might be knowing me by name those days, because I used to be always a very downsized person in the college. Yes, one pressure always was that my dad used to be into governing council member, and hence that pressure used to be always be there. But at the same time, more than the pressure, it was the respect that this college has always given me, the respect for the fraternity that this college has given me, and hence I thought that it will be a great uh, thing to build up this kind of treatment in the college. I also remember during my college days, my dad used to always teach me that whenever you learn something, but at the same time, you should also try to, put forward those kind of learnings for your futuristic growth. And hence, after this college thing of graduations and all, eventually I did my management that time. But I did my management from Bombay, NMIMS, and the reason was uh, before the when I was in Birla College, as I said that the philosophy of a business person always comes and they say that work while you learn. That was the philosophy. So I started with the help of my father, a very small retail garment outlet in Kalyan, and that's how. So after my college days, after my college, so like the college timing was morning, and by the time you finish off the college, it is like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Come back home, have a lunch, take some rest. So what I used to do is finish off your uh, respective any homeworks or any projects or whatever, like, or if not, then still keep studying to the extent of what you can. I used to go to the retail shop that we had started, and that shop we started in Kalyan, and we over the period of few years we actually doubled the capacity. So we opened up franchisee, we opened up in Kalyan, Navi Mumbai, various places, 3 to 4 outlets, and that was called by name Pat's Treasure. So what learning I want to come out of it is like whatever I sometimes it helped me a lot. So whatever I used to learn in the college, the same like bookkeeping and accountancy was the subject which was taught. So what I used to sometimes do is how to study the MIS, all those balance sheets. I used to actually sit with my the CA and auditor during the shop period, and it used to always help me a practical knowledge at what you have learned. So many a times it also it used to happen that you learn in college, but after few years you implement that once you are into the job. But for me, it really helped because things were going on same lines at same time, and hence I felt that learning of the college, uh, some kind of principle, some kind of uh, project, it really helped me to implement it during my practical period of time. Uh, I remembered when I had entered the college and when I was scouting for the college, Birla College of Kalyan was recognized by many of the citizens of Kalyan by a typically arts, commerce and science college kind of. Because I know जितने भी लोगों से हम तभी बात करते थे, अच्छा आप बिरला तुम बिरला कॉलेज में हो क्या, तुम अच्छा तो कौन सा फील्ड लिया है, यू हैव टेकन आर्ट्स साइंस कॉमर्स, इस तरीके का बातचीत हुआ करता था. But today, if I go back to those days and think about and just put forward what are we today, then I think it is a great transformation of the overall college. Like today, we talk about not just the mainstream of arts, science, commerce. We talk about various post graduation course. We talk about various PhD course in the college as well. And when I compare our, the college to the other colleges, so when I visited other colleges for that matter, like a few years back, I had an opportunity to visit the college in Manipal, and I saw the college building, the college infrastructure, the college campus. I felt uh, that today what we have in Birla College is a great opportunity. So all these things was not available during the time when I had studied, or during the time the batch in which I have studied, we all gone through. So we did not get an opportunity to enhance the infrastructure that we had enjoyed during that period. Yes, today the students have so much of facility, and I'm sure as and when the progress happens, as and when the days goes ahead, there will be lot more progress and lot more developments also. So every batch is going to see some of the developments for the next batch as such. But yes, eventually, what I want to say is, even in spite of those golden days, we managed to really squeeze a lot of efforts in extracurriculum activities. In fact, couple of occasions, I also joined the cricket team of college and played in the at the Birla College ground. and we had a couple of matches played. Later on, could not pursue completely into that, but yes, got an opportunity, did not lose it, and we tried to play, and we tried to. I think if I remember, we had won the trophy during that time, which I could just recollect on those golden days. Uh, when it comes to today of my personal life, and yes, before I forget about the college, how can I forget the canteen that Birla College has actually summarized with? I mean, I remember that the famous bread cutlet during those period, and the vada pav with the red chutney. Let let it take it from me that these two dishes were so famous during those days. They are famous even today. Even today, my friends from other colleges like Chandibai College or RKT College, they talk about the same. And let me tell you very openly that I used to take parcels sometimes of this famous bread cutlet, and actually these guys used to eat when I used to travel and to the other college to meet them. So this kind of, this kind of the college has produced uh, very landmark things. I mean, it's a very small thing to talk about, but obviously it's something that one can remember out of it. Uh, Today, as I said, the business journey overall, from being a student of this uh, reputed college and to the journey of being a director of this company, it has undergone a lot of process. I joined my father's business in 2001, uh, and traveled with him to Tamil Nadu one fine day after the whole college and the summer holidays. So I had gone to Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore, where we have our factory and all the setup is put together. Uh, I apparently spent about 1 month training in all those machineries that we are today into. So how to make a yarn from cotton, the spinning mill, knitting units, and because we are even the Birlas are from the textile, so everybody knows about all this equipment that when we talk about. So actually, it helped me out to train the infrastructure, to train the technicals of it. Today, as a business, if you have a technical knowledge about it, it really helps you to achieve much more than that. Uh, but what my uh, value addition was when I entered the business was I studied this complete project, and we as a company was manufacturing a lot of garments from contract manufacturing. So after 5 or 6 years time, I decided myself to do something and you know install one big factory in Tamil Nadu and in Gujarat, and that's why my thought process from a different perspective, from a new way of thinking came into picture. And I, being a limited company, we have to go undergo a lot of project reports. Now coming back to project reports during my college times, I was absolutely uh, as I said, I was not into daily routine studious person, but when it comes to such kind of activity, making projects, presentations, and all those things, I was really loving it. Even in fact, I would say that uh, unfortunately, I'm not having my first project report of uh, the college times uh, today with me, but it really helped me, and that made me do a lot of efforts to define the projects. And we made a lot of projects as a financial project as well as for the banking sectors and all everything. And we presented that, and that's how today the bank sanction and we set up our factory. So the point I'm trying to again make is how all these efforts, single efforts of the professors who were so transformed in actually explaining us on what is required during the system, how projects, if I don't know anything about the project, how they would again come back to me and teach me that this is what is to be done, this is not is to be done. So all this somewhere down the line, those days I never thought this is going to be so handy to me. But today, if I reflect it, I think the foundation, it all started from there. The main foundations are our schools and colleges. Schools, of course, teaches you a lot of um, extra curriculum activities to be into. College teaches you a lot of uh, dignity, a lot of how to actually maintain your foundation, how to create the base structure is what something that college teaches you, and that too from every standard. 11th, 12th teaches you a different perspective. The senior as from SY BCom to TY BCom teaches you from a different perspective. When you go to the management institute, it teaches you a different perspective altogether. So I would say that yes, as a business person today, when I stand before you today, and when I talk about it here, I feel really great that I was a privilege to be a part of those times, and I could now actually picturize that, and I could now implement that in my day-to-day business. Uh, so, to grow in business, as I said, that one has to take a lot of knowledge from the experienced person, and we have to convert those knowledge into a new way of thinking, and that is what I was been always taught about. Let's bring those experience, let's bring those new thoughts, let's bring those new innovations. As a business profile today, because I have also learned this, that how do you keep a tap of different companies now, being a director and being a partner in various companies. So I have 6 to 7 companies that I need to handle every day. So my the daily routine job is to actually take a couple of hours morning feedback and reporting from all these companies. That's the core thing that we need to take it today, and I'm sure that happens for every department, every field as well. Today, after being graduated from the college, and going back to those golden days and olden days of college, it's really a very remarkable thing that how college has transformed on this centenary year now. And today, when we talk about uh, all this new things that is happening, when in fact the way we actually got uh, the reputed speakers to come in the college to talk about it. I mean, it's something that one did not get a facility uh, uh, in those old days. But nevertheless, I would say that Birla College has come out with a very strong background, and with the with the reciprocate of our chairman Shri Chitlange sir, I would say that the transformation of this college uh, from the earlier years till today, and from today to the near future, is going to be something remarkable uh, uh, job. And after the demise of my father, who was also a governing council member in this college, Shri Chitlange offered me to be a part of this role and to continue the legacy of my father. And I was really happy to hold this post. And specialized efforts were being told to improvise the sports. And Mr. Harish Dubey, who is one of the uh, associate leader of this department, has always been very supportive and cooperative to and we see that how Birla College students are progressing now in sports from time to time. Uh, I remember that in my college days, we had to actually push people कि स्पोर्ट्स में पार्ट लो, ये स्पोर्ट्स में पार्ट लो, ये टूर्नामेंट में पार्ट लो. I think those days a lot of people were not really inclined towards the sports, because they always felt that Birla College was not coming up on the sports fraternity. But as I said, gradually things have changed, and today we see people are representing our college not just in the Thane district, but overall all India, and as well as on the international platform. And that is going to be really very important, that more and more students come from the college fraternity and participate, and which will also help our college to be recognized on a global platform. Coming from a role and handling this governor council member, one is I think when I sit in the meeting, I am the only youngest uh, member of the governing council. I feel that, but with due respect, all the members are so cooperative and support that whatever points that I put forward, they are able to take it forward. They listen to it. Dr. Naresh Chandra sir, he always tries to understand what is the next discussion on it. Shri Chitlange ji, Dave sir is here. They always are so much of understanding to accept our thought process, and that is why that is how the committee actually and the team actually moves forward. Uh, but I always feel that to be a part of it as a governing council member. Uh, it's good that I actually studied in this college, because whenever I put forward my thought process in the committee, I actually go back and think about if on the other side of it, any step that we discuss, or maybe for that matter, what will be the impact of this decision on this college, on the students, is something that I always like to visualize, because once upon a time, even I was on this other side of it. And hence, I feel that it is so important that one can think on those perspectives and give the action plans or give your thought process based on that. I think being a part of governing council sports committee member as well, I feel that it's really high time that I would love to see a lot of sports fields coming to our college, a lot of sports players being recognized players coming to our college and addressing our students of this. We have been doing this in the past due to the COVID. We could not do it. We had done it online, but I think physical presence is very, very important, and it's time that slowly when the college starts physically with the we can invite more and more uh, celebrities and the institution players who have actually served the country and who are going to be the guidance for our team to motivate them and to also correct their technicalities. So that is what is required today. We all know that we are going through all a tough time, but yes, golden days can come back, and it will definitely come back. And I wish that as a heading the sports committee also, that we as a college or as a host, we can incline to have best of the best matches, and we can become a great host for such kind of tournament in at Bidla College, at Bidla College and the Kalyan city, so that a lot of name, a lot of reputation, a lot of diversification is recognized, and students coming from different parts of India, they come and they see, and then a lot of news about the Birla being hosting, not just as a team player, but as a hosting also comes in picture. Today, the infrastructure that we carry, right from the building, the main building, the new building, everything. I mean, today I really feel that I'm uh, happy and I am blessed that I was once upon a time a part of a student of Birla College, and I wish that this dream of making this uh, college name and to be recognized overall in the city of Kalyan. Although yes, the dreams are coming true, but we wish that a lot of uh, students from Bombay should come and say, "I want to take admission in Birla College of Kalyan." This is something that I always wish forward for, and I desire that all the team members that who have given so much of hard work and so much of effort, the efforts will come back, because it's not just a one man army, it's a team of army that wins the battlefield. And we are all here together that we can implement it. I think an international standard facility that our college has created, and it's not that it has happened overnight, it has happened through a lot of rigorous planning, but it's time that we all showcase, or we all showcase this facility to the students of the citizens of Kalyan and the neighboring cities, and make our campus a talk of the town in Mumbai. I am so happy that once upon a time, from being a student, now being a governing council of the same college, it's something like college. You have seen this college growing uh, since your childhood. I mean, I have seen it's like a small plant, and obviously, we also in Birla follow the Friends of Trees. I remember Shri Naresh Chandra sir always motivating for a tree plantation drive, and this is a great opportunity that a small एक छोटा पौधा आज कितना बड़ा पेड़ बन चुका है. I want to talk about that, like a small institution, what we talk about in years and years ago, today it has become a complete empire, I would say. And that's how the institution grows. And I'm happy that I was once upon a time, once again, a student, but today a governing council member. And I would still be happy to offer my role to offer my services for this college, because it's like coming back home, and to come back to college and to give back to college is something every person, every student's dream is all about. I am truly enjoyed this session of being talking on respect of how the college has given me and how the college has respected me, and at the same time respect to all the teachers fraternity for the college. I thank you so much for being patient to listen to me. A small snap of what I actually have gone through and what I have been as a member of this college. Thank you so much for the same.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very informal talk, and it was going so smooth that it was like it should carry on as long as possible. So very nicely presented, sir. And even I recall your contribution for sports. I recall the day when I was struggling to get resources for BK Birla College sports, and one fine day, Naresh Chandra sir asked me to contact Pathare sir, late Shri Jay Kumar Pathare sir, and take help from him and guidance from him. So I went to your house and I met Pathare sir, and since then he personally took it as a challenge and he met Chitlange sir, and then the thing started moving. And after Pathare sir, now you have taken over, and I'm very happy that with your due support, we are trying to do our level best, as you are dreaming, and even we dream that BK Birla College should be known for sports. And it is happening gradually, and now people have started coming to BK Birla College. If they want to make career in sport, they wish that they should join BK Birla College. And as you rightly said, sir, we will make sure that our college is otherwise also known for our activities, but it will be well known for the sports activities in particular. So thank you very much, sir, for your talk. Now I request our esteemed guest, Bhandarkar sir, Dave sir, or those who want to express today for Kapil Pathare sir, they are welcome. So from where to start, I can't understand, sir. Dave sir, would you like to express?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah, it was to listen to Mr. Kapil Pathare, and of course, we have been together in many of the discussions and deliberations which happen in the governing councils, and always found him to be a kind of person who took deep interest in sports, and of course not only in sports but in other also developmental activities of the college, and how we can take college to newer heights. Today I could kind of connect to see why, from where that is really coming from the heart, in the sense that he's of course stayed in Kalyan and studied in college right from 11th up to graduation level, so you can really understand that that connection which he has is with the college is deep. And of course, we all know that the Pathare family has a good business acumen. So I'm sure that in times to come, what benefits we are getting from Mr. Kapil Pathare in terms of sports, his inputs, we can also get more inputs for the management students from for kind of some sessions from him for how to develop their business acumen, or really some other areas which can be of helpful to the business students. One thing I didn't know was that how he was named. So that was something, a new information for me, that how he or his brother both, how they got their names from the two legends, Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev. And I don't know if there can be a Sachin also in the family somewhere. So that would be carrying the legacy of cricket in the family as well also. So that would be something nice on a lighter note, of course. So once again, I really
Because of due support from Dave sir, I still recall my first meeting with Dave sir showing all budget and saying that, sir, we are given budget, but we are not able to utilize. And since then, Dave sir took a keen interest in the sports, and he also motivated us for every sanction. Sir used to always take our paper to Chitlange sir, and as I told in the earlier Dave sir's expression, that I have not seen any paper going through Dave sir and Chitlange sir refusing it. So that was very nice part of my sports, this association with sports. Thank you very much, Dave sir, for your kind words. Now, may I request Bhandarkar sir, if you want to express, sir?
Good evening, everyone, and it was a great pleasure listening to Kapil Pathareji. I think every word that he was speaking and the expressions that were there in those words, it was really passionate and passionate feeling about the Birla College where he has spent his career and the college which has helped him develop in his career. It was tremendous feeling, and it was, I think, with Pathare sir, Jaikumar Pathare, I had opportunity to interact with him when I was doing MBA at Birla College, the first batch which YCMOU had started. So we had organized a training session for where Jaikumar Pathareji was one of the lead speakers, and it was a wonderful experience learning about him, starting from I think nowhere and building up a big empire. And I think Kapil is just carrying that legacy forward and increasing this the empire that Jaikumar ji has set up. Kudos to him, and I would expect that Kapil should take up a few sessions for the students of Birla College on entrepreneurship development, because we should be in a position to develop students or children who would be the entrepreneurs of the next generation.
Sure, I will
Thank you.
do.
That's from. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Milind sir. And you have rightly advised. And in fact, we had already had a talk with Kapil sir. In fact, I had a personal talk with him to have his talk for night college students. I think last year, sir has taken one session for BM student of our day college also. And I must appreciate that whenever we contact Kapil sir for such kind of sessions, sir is always ready. And he also says that I will prepare this, that, and then I will talk to students. So it is his passion also, I think, that he also likes to talk to students. So thank you, Milind sir. Now I request anyone else who from our teaching fraternity who want to express for sir. Otherwise, we will request Naresh Chandra sir to give his concluding remarks and bless us with his words of wisdom. So I request Director Dr. Naresh Chandra sir to please address sir.
Any other colleague? Dr. Swapna Samir? I think Professor Khanpekar has raised the hand.
Yes, sir. Mahendra.
Yes, sir, it's okay. It's okay. I will speak at the end, sir.
No, please go
You
ahead.
can speak now, sir. Vote of thanks you can express later.
Okay. It was really nice to listen to the touching experiences of Shri Kapil Pathare ji, who is our own alumni and now governing council member. I recall his father, late Shri J.K. Pathare ji, frequently visiting our college on various occasions. And from his time, I would say that sports section has got a big boost. Pathare sir's bungalow adjacent to the commissioner's bungalow was an attraction for us even that time as it is today. And thank you once again, Kapil sir, for taking us down to the memory lane. We suddenly started remembering those old days. Thank you very much.
Anyone, any other colleague? Professor Wadekar, Professor Wadekar,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तुम्ही शिकवलं आहे ना?
Wait. Yes, yes, sir. More than that, I had a very good experience with Shri Jaikumar Pathare, sir. He used to cooperate us for, I have associated with him in the college as well as outside college also. And he was very keen in giving information regarding what should be done for the students. And of course, his most favorite area when I was dealing with him was tree plantation, how it can be promoted, and what values we should give to the students when we are organizing this plantation rally, how value of that rally can be enhanced. So very innovative thoughts were presented. Of course, uh, he was innovative as he started his empire from zero, and he started even innovative idea that rally can be started from three parts of Kalyan city and will merge at merge at Subhash Maidan in Kalyan. And it was a huge challenge for us how it can be done, and Sajananda Chowk was the meeting point. At right time, all three rallies should be merged at Sajananda Chowk without overlapping or anything happening wrong. And it was made possible with his proper planning and flowchart, and everything was done. Still, I remember. And I also remember last year one session was conducted. What what are opportunities during COVID by Kapil Pathare, sir? And sir, now we want that students should be more looking towards starting their own activities, own business. As our Prime Minister is desiring that instead of asking for job, we should be job seeker. With the same intention, I have started a project in FYBCom that they should understand businessmen and at least dream one small business which they can do or they desire to do. Out of say 150 to whom this project is given, at least one will definitely click the idea and may start the business. This kind of activity, if can be done on large scale with the help of Pathare sir. So, sir, we will talk later on to organize the session. What can be done from first year BCom for commerce students for their development. Thank you, and very nice to go back again during college days. Whatever I was also studied in the same college. We have seen how college grown, and thank you for all revising those memories. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Wadekar sir.
So any other colleague? Otherwise, I can take few minutes and then we can conclude the session. So nice to listen to Shri Kapil Pathare. And also some of the observations, the way he has been continuously helping, promoting sports and other activities at the college today. Shri Subodhji Dave, when we told that there is a session like this today, and he was very happy. And he has also taken time to attend this session. Mr. Bhandarkar also, so our hearty welcome to all these three distinguished guest or host, whatever we call. But Bhandarkar Sarana, I would like to request, sir, your turn is due. So Mr. Bhandarkar, we request you for your date and time. And as suggested by him, definitely we shall try to make greater effort on how to enhance entrepreneurship, how to make entrepreneurship club at BKBCK stronger. Last few days, we have been discussing and working on how to make placement activity at BKBCK stronger in the interest of students. So soft skill development, communication skill, digital footprint, digital IT initiatives, in all these parameters, because students of today had to be developed in all these facets. And Mr. Kapil Pathare, may I request you that if few internship can be provided by you to our students after talking to them, having a session with them, that also can make a new beginning of maybe we can join, we can develop MOU with the company for the betterment of our institution in the interest of our students. As far as Mr. Kapil Pathare and late Shri Jayakumar Pathare ji, the family is concerned, for me is like a family. And we used to, even today, if one case study is to be taken for as a project, a success story, it can be the best case study of late Shri Jayakumar Pathare. A great man. He grew from very humble background to some such place which we all will dream of. Very hardworking, never lost those values. He became richer, but richer in all facets. Respecting others, taking people together, always down to earth, and Kalyan शहरावर म्हणजे अतिशय प्रिय. People did ask Mr. Kapil and Mr. Sunil, they were quite young in those days. Are you can afford anything in Mumbai city. Your workplace factory is also in Mumbai, Andheri, also in Dombili. He used to say, no, Malabas, I will live in Kalyan. And three of them will go in three different cars every day to the workplace. In the evening, kitty later, so they will come back. So love and affection for the city, unique. And I don't think that any of the institution in Kalyan or in the neighboring area must have remained without his involvement directly or indirectly. Two of the most important activities which I wish to put here today. One is of course, a reference has been made of Friends of the Trees Kalyan branch, wherein Paisar and Pathare sir. And also there's many others from Kalyan city, but the key persons, the Briksh Mitra Mandal Kalyan Shakha, since 1980-81, I think 81, and every year it has been sustaining, reaching to the society, whatever, maybe 5%, 10%, even if someone said only 1% impact, but some impact has been created by this organization. And the contribution of Pathare sir is of immense value. And it is Pathare sir does not mean only Mr. late Shri Jayakumar Pathare. He means Miss Apna Madam Lalita Pathare ji, Mr. Sunil Pathare, and Mr. Kapil Pathare. The whole family will join. And Briksh Mitra Mandal may also, these two persons, they were the first life members. So 300 rupees fee hoti that time. One was Pathare sir, another was Dr. Naveen Kulkarni and Manik Tai Kulkarni. And here these two. So it's a wonderful thinking and took a lot of interest. And many trees have been on the highways or the roads winding cut, but hundreds of trees were planted in last 20-30 years. Hundreds in the city, nature walk, and so many things. And another most important activity was to my colleagues, some of those who are maybe who have joined recently in last 5-10 years. Birla, Kalyan manje, in Kalyan and Dombivli also there used to be some difference in terms of in 10th and 12th student figuring in merit list. Dombivli there used to be 1 or 2, 3, 4 student always every year in merit list, but in Kalyan hardly anyone, no one. And in those days, because we used to feel like the college will become strong if better and better student or the best of the student come to the college. And used to have lot of discussion. मतलब Pathare saran se ghari or maybe in my place is a small lab, जो भी, but every now and then. And बोले कल्याण में बच्चे merit में कैसे आए? So several efforts, you may not believe, but we have gone school to school when 10th exam used to be there prior to that. Talking to the children, motivating, you can. अगर 12वीं तो फार कमी ठिकानी होता. And he will go, he will also come. And the thought came that we must create some prize. So we said, all right, we will do one thing. We 15, 20, 30 people will join and everyone will contribute 1,000 rupee. And from that we will give prize. I think Mr. Kapil Pathare may be remembering some part of it because he was very young in those days. But Mr. Sunil Pathare definitely. Or Madam to, because most of the meetings used to be at his residence. But it's like down memory lane, legacy. And next day, Mr. Pathare said, "Ganani, tumi ghari ya." तो अपन बरोबर चाह गयो. So I went because we stay nearby only. Then he said, no, I have talked in my office. So all prizes will be given by Maxwell Industries. So no contribution is required from anyone. And we will pass a resolution in our board meeting accordingly. And anyone coming in first 5, we will give 10,000 rupees. And anyone coming 5 to 6 to 10, we will give 5,000 rupees. And we will organize a program, big program, so that the whole city sees and children. We will invite 9th standard student and 11th student to this program and large base. And many of such programs later, पहला एक वर्ष गेला आणि दुसरं वर्षीच in 10th, 1 or 2 students figured in my exact number. I do not, but all data is available. And we institutionalize Kalyan Vidya Bhushan Puruskar Samiti. He became the chairman and I became the convener. And then few members and started the activity. And my dear colleagues, you won't believe that student, that day, that year, and till today, till the last day, the board was giving ranks. No year had been without college, school getting rank, and suddenly BK Birla College, 3 student, 2 student, 4 student, and a time came in 2005, 6, that Mumbai Divisional Board, first student of the board was from Birla College. And blessings of all elders, punyai, whatever you call. But that thought, enhancing or creating that type of feeling in माझे शहरामध्ये, माझे एरियामध्ये, and it is not only Birla College, any school 10th or 12th from Kalyan city area, we will have this. A time came कि I said, पठारे सर अभी तो 50,000 रुपए से ज्यादा प्राइस हो गया. बोले को डोंट बोल आई विल पे 50,000 प्लस जे का ही होता, बोले एवरीथिंग विल बी डन. वी आर सो हैप्पी. And on that one day program, top of the guests were being invited. Every year, one day, that will be program of the Kalyan city. Many of the we had in Atrena Tigre, at Birla College Central Lawn, and keeping on rotating. So what I am saying, ki beginning may be humble, but dreams and we wish to achieve to our society, to our students, or to the place where we live, it makes very great impact. And as we serve our BK Birla College, it must be with that background. I might not have, you see, Mr. Kapil Pathare making a reference. I'm an average student. We all, I mean, in earlier days you go, so maybe very few person must be having very high, or in those days percentage and all those things also were comparatively very less. Today, environment is different. But feeling of all fatherly persons will be, what I could not do, my children must succeed. Every mother, every parent want to see my children must translate their vision by their actions, by the children action. Maybe that students should live with their passion. We must encourage all that. But another beautiful point I wish to share, Mr. Sunil and Mr. Kapil, never, maybe such a big business house, maybe number 1 in Kalyan in around, and always down to earth. That culture at home The family, they could have a very hi-fi and all those, nothing. Simplest, anyone coming, respect, recognition, and of a very different kind. Malab Pathare Sarana, Bole Kolhapur also, when he will go, so he had his own, and even now recently I was told, then Mr. Sunil and Mr. Kapil Pathare go. So that attachment, so love for your organization, love for your city, love for your core, you go unit level, maybe your department, everywhere that has to be lived with that. And Mr. Kapil Pathare, maybe I spoke little more on those family system and the values, but he has been always in governing council meeting or right from student days. He never showed that he is so and so. Always very simple, will make his point. And in the sports, Sir Kapil Pathare in particularly, as he has great passion. And I also would like to put on record Dr. Harish Dubey, Mr. Bagrao, the team as such, and motivation by our chairman, sir. Sports is really doing very well. And we are sure that more is yet to come. And we shall try our best towards that. So it's great. Kapilji Pathare has narrated, and it is a very small part, I know. He has, when he talks on his industry perspective, on some other aspects, he will have is again wisdom and what people can take, what young minds can take. It will be of great value. So BKBCK expression, we started from 17 June 2021, and we wish to continue till 16th June 2022, the whole Golden Jubilee year. And we need help, support, and guidance from all of you and active participation. So thank you so much, Dave sir, Mr. Bhandarkarji, and Kapil Bhai. Great, we love you so much. All the best. Keep growing. In use, we see that what a wonderful person and doing so well. We are always proud of you. And my regards to your mummy and Sunil Bhai. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words as well. Thank you very much.
Before the final vote of thanks, I request Naresh Chandra sir, Harish sir, Kapil sir, Dave sir, and Milind sir to please come on the screen so that we can take a photograph. Dave sir, if you are listening, he's busy.
Great, great.
वाडेकर सर तुम्ही अनम्यूट करा स्वप्ना मॅडम असणार तर
सुबोध दवे जी हैं ठीक है टेक फोटोग्राफ ओके ऑल द बेस्ट
So I thank Kapil sir, Dave sir, Milind sir, Naresh Chandra sir, all vice principals and all members of the expression team, and all my dear teacher friends for being patiently listening to the today's expression. Thanks one, thanks all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.